about cars and things, about being a star and things. I thought that I would outgrow this feeling. It seems my dream won't go away. So it's more like...
Hello, welcome. I'm Devil Sniper and today I'm bringing you episode number 33 of our career mode with Frankfurt. What can we say about episode 32? Oh my days. Going out of Europe has hit us hard, but we know that we've been dealt with now. We're still in with a shout of the German Cup final. All we've got to do is get past Wolfsburg. Things are not that bad at the end of the day. They're not as bad as I made out, but it's just so demoralising to think that you can go on to do great things and just to have it taken away from you in such a fashion. Losing 3-0 to Zenit at home was, well, it wasn't a nice feeling. And then to lose to Hoffenheim 4-0 in the league game at home was not a nice feeling. But we did turn it around. We managed to get a point against Stuttgart. You know, we held on for the last stages in the second half. And it's just one of those things. So you can see I've changed up the formation. I'm going to be sticking Lezz up top with Jimenez. I'm going to go for a 3-5-2. See if I can get the boys to craft something. See if a little bit of a mix-up in the formation and the side, you know, can... rejuvenate us, especially going into the semi-final of the German Cup. We've got to be motivated and hopefully the boys will do the business. But as you can see, we are playing quite well. Nice interlinking play between Kare into Jimenez, into Sonny, back into Jimenez. Jimenez going for the shot, but it's great defending there by Hamburg. Now, bearing in mind, we did beat Hamburg in the quarterfinal of the German Cup 4-0, so we should be favourites to go and nick this. But my days, Hamburg were looking for revenge. They had a great opportunity there. Luckily, it hit the post and nothing came from it, but I would have been devastated because we played so well in the early stages of the first half. But it doesn't matter if you play well. You've got to convert your playing well into chances, into goals at the end of the day. And as you can see, it was all Hamburg at the end of the first half. A nice ball over the top, just slightly mistimed. The pitch was greasy from the rain that we had prior to the game. And as you can see, going in at half-time 0-0, I was actually quite happy. For once, I was happy because we hadn't conceded, we hadn't given away any sloppy free kicks, nor sloppy goals for once, or even penalties, which is quite nice. So I decided to rest a couple of players. I took off Hakan, I took off Lezz, made some changes just because I wanted to freshen up the side and, you know, see if they could settle into this formation. Because not the easiest formation to play, to be fair. It's not a simple formation. It's one that it requires players who are very disciplined. But as you can see, a very dangerous tackle in the middle of the park. I mean, you know, the tackles are there to be made, but Marco seems to make a habit of making these big tackles. And he goes in, no chance of getting a ball, and literally upends the Hamburg player, which is a little bit naughty. His discipline record this season has not been that good under my management, under my stewardship, which is a little bit frustrating. But Trappy managed to stand up. He stood up, took the risk to stand up and saved the potential chip, which was absolutely fantastic. Then they were awarded offside. They just didn't keep their head level. But it was annoying because we weren't playing good football in the second half and we were just getting nothing for it. Wallison picking up that ball. Nice piece of skill to go around the first defender. Nothing really on in front of him. He goes for the fake shot. Nothing comes from it. He plays it through into Sonny. Sonny goes with a shot, but that's a huge save from the Hamburg keeper and an overhead acrobatic clearance by the Hamburg defender. It was all we could really offer. And it has to be said, that's really annoying. That's really frustrating. We played well. We dominated the possession. We've got to turn that domination of possession into goals, and unfortunately we didn't. But of course, just to make us happy, just to make sure that we know we are playing as Frankfurt in career mode on FIFA 14, we conceded a penalty in the last minute of the game. I feel it was a really unjust penalty, but it's just one of those things. But never fear, Trappy is here to save the day, to save the point. What a save in the last minute of the game. What an absolute massive save. As I say, I don't believe it was a penalty. I feel it was really harsh. And the amount of penalties we seem to be given awarded against us is just ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. But that's part and parcel of football. I can't say any more in the situation, just in case the German FA give me a bit of a spanking. So it's time for the German Cup semi-final. The German Cup semi-final. Our opponents in the final will be Bayer Leverkusen. Bayer Leverkusen, they managed to win their tie 1-0. We have to get past Wolfsburg. And the one player who has absolutely terrorised me for the last season and a half, De Bruyne. He terrorised us in the last game. If you remember the last game, it was a 3-1 victory to Wolfsburg. De Bruyne got 2 goals. and just terrorised us for the entire game. So we've got to put in a big performance. We've got to defend stoutly, take no risks, play the game sensibly, and of course, playing the game sensibly means gift Wolfsburg with their first opportunity, trying to switch to play, getting it completely and utterly wrong, gifted them with an opportunity, and that spelt danger because Wolfsburg could smell blood, and they went straight on the attack. The cross was null and void. We go down the right-hand side with Annunaki. He tries to get a nice cross in, but unfortunately the Wolfsburg keeper has enough composure to clear the ball as Jimenez was coming down on him. Jimenez picking the ball up, playing a nice ball inside to Hakan. Hakan with a beautiful first-time strike onto the bar and down, and it just felt like it wasn't going to be our day just before half-time. And we went in at half-time with a 0-0 scoreline. That shot by Hakan was just absolutely exquisite, but unfortunately it wasn't meant to be. And we felt that we were playing the better football. You know, Wolfsburg could smell the blood. They were trying to hit us on the counter-attack, but you can see we're defending a lot more stoutly. The boys are doing a better job. Our centre-backs are actually working together for once, which is really nice to see. We managed to get attacked down left-hand side with Obzipka getting a cross in. No one was there to meet it, which is unfortunate. And Jimenez looked half a yard off the pace today, which was frustrating. A nice cross in by Wolfsburg, but of course it was a fantastic defensive clearance. I decided in the 76th minute to make some huge substitutions, to take some risks, bring on Sonny, bring on Schwegs, and of course bring on Wallison. I took Jonas Flum off because he did pick up an injury around about the 60th minute, and it was the first opportunity I could get him off the pitch because we were being overrun in the centre park due to his injury. I believe it's an ankle injury. I'm not sure how severe it is, but we went in at half-time with a 0-0 scoreline, and it's into extra time. Will we go to the dreaded penalties like we did against Bayern Munich? That would be absolutely frustrating, but a nice ball over the top from Schwegs into Wallison! And Wallison, with a gift of an opportunity, fires it over the bar, which was really frustrating. The boys have got to do better. Wolfsburg on the attack, ball in. How the hell have Wolfsburg missed that opportunity? What a fantastic headed opportunity that was at the back post. The first time that we'd really laxed concentration, that split second, and we were nearly punished, but we weren't. Thankfully, second half of extra time, Wolfsburg smelling blood after that opportunity, bombing forward, a great ball played through, he has all the time in the world, but Trappy is there to nullify it with a fantastic save. The ball comes to Schwegs, Schwegs plays it into Jimenez, Jimenez into Sonny, Sonny plays the ball into Wallison, Wallison bombs down that right hand side, plays it back into Sonny, Sonny can see Raul Jimenez, he plays the cross in, Jimenez with the goal in the 111th minute. What a sensational counter-attack by Frankfurt. Oh my days. Pick that ball out the bloody net. The amount of relief I experienced with that goal was absolutely sensational. Fantastic football. Wallison with the intelligence to play Sonny, and Sonny with that amazing cross. Again, it's not as simple as it looks. He has to get that pinpoint for Raul Jimenez coming in. He takes it on a left foot volley. A left foot volley. The boy is an absolute genius. We move into the 120th minute. Wolfsburg on the attack. But we'd been so good all day at the back. I had no worries. A nice ball over top, looking for Jimenez, and the referee does us a huge favour. He blows that full-time whistle. We have gone back to the German Cup final. It's unbelievable. Back-to-back German Cup finals. We will be playing Bayer Leverkusen in the German Cup final, the Deutschland Polka, which is absolutely fantastic. The season at one moment was looking down and out due to certain results we'd had. The way we went out in Europe, the follow-up games against Hoffenheim, the season has been really up and down, full of highs and lows. You know, we either win well or we lose badly. It's been frustrating, and I made a conscious choice that I wanted to get the rest of the season over quickly because we're doing okay in the league, and I feel that we're not in trouble and we probably won't come out of the top 6 position. I say it's getting rather close, but I decided that we will continue to sim the games to see how we do in the league. If we need to play a game, and obviously to make the top 6, we will play that game. But to move the series on to episode 34 is actually the conclusion of the series, in plenty of time for FIFA 15, and give us time to continue with Nottingham Forest and give you guys some rest before we kick off FIFA 15 with, of course, West Ham United. While you guys have a good look at that squad report, the boys look at Sonny. Look at Sonny. Oh my days, he's just doing so well. He's absolute rev. I love him. He's a revelation. Fantastic to play with. I'd like to have used him in a different career mode, to be honest. Buy them from Frankfurt and use them in a different career, but I didn't. So anyway, Akan has gone up +1, so I thought it'd be quite good just to get the series over. And I've enjoyed Frankfurt, don't get me wrong in any way, shape or form. I love the Frankfurt career mode. I think it's been absolutely fantastic. I've enjoyed every second of it. Very disappointed with this season, the way we've played at times. The way we went out of Europe, I was, probably that was an all-time low. I actually felt really like I lost motivation after that. I really did. It was so hard because I wanted to win. Get the win in Europe, get to the final in Europe. If I'd lost in Europe in the final, I would have been happy. But you would have seen that Jimenez has got 27 and 35. He's going to hit that 30. Surely to God, he's going to hit that 30. Surely to God. He's now hit his 28th, as you can see, in a 3-1 victory there, which is fantastic. But we do pick up an injury, but it's nothing too serious. Bastian Obzipka will be out for 3 days, so I'm not too worried. And it gave me a great opportunity to actually experiment with the team, a little bit with the formation, bringing different players in. And generally gave him, an opportunity to have a place. So hopefully we'll do the business and move on to that final. I'm so happy we made the German Cup final. I think it's absolutely fantastic and deserved. We have been really good in the Cup games, apart from Europe. We won't talk about Europe. That's still quite raw. The league, from a league perspective, the title was probably gone by game 10. I mean, Dortmund have been the strongest team from start to finish. Absolutely the strongest team from start to finish. They've been absolutely amazing. See who Bayern Munich have brought in? Falcao. I mean, come on. Falcao. It just takes the mick how good a side they actually have. It's just, so frustrating to see their side. It really is. But nonetheless, Mönchengladbach were trailing 1-0 going into the final stage of the game. We managed to pull one back through Annunaki, and that is how the table will finish at this moment in time. We will be playing the final league game because we need to win it to stay in the top 6, and of course we will be playing the German Cup final.
I used to dream about cars